Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Saying that you're the best, you gotta show me son. Actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come back sports. Talking way too much, world come back sports. Talking way too much, world come back sports.
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official. The no negotiations needed period. You already know I'm back at it again. Hey, happy Sunday to everyone that's in and feeling the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? WCS thought it would be conducive to come back on here and address the haters. You know, address the haters because certain people with no channels want to think it's easy to drive in the lane of those who've already been in traffic. Once again, those who don't have channels think it's entirely too easy for them to come over here and use other people's panels to drive the traffic and the narrative on this social media highway. And I'm telling you, it's been a plethora of disagreements that happen on social media. But I tell you, the ones that stand out to me, the ones that stand out as the most stupidest, dumbest, you know what I'm saying? That's not even the word, the most dumbest. You gotta call it for what it is. The most ignorant individuals to sit up here and claim that they have such a high status, but yet they are just like every other group of sheep. If you don't know, there's been E-Goofy, Slow Enough, and the other two stooges. All together, they make the four stooges. Now, is one that has attempted to say that I am the older one. I'm the one that's down close to WCS. I'm the one gonna sit up here and issue threats over social media. As you probably know, I did some videos because I just had enough. I did some responses because I just had enough. You know what I had enough of? I had enough of this old nigga up here saying, if you was man enough, see, when you are sitting up here listening to individuals that aren't taking you anywhere fast, and you want to be a part of something without knowing all the true facts behind the scenes, you are stupid. You're stupid. Now you're pissed off because I call you a jailbird, huh? Now you want to come down here. Now you want to act like you're going to roll down and come to the A looking for me. Nigga, I wish you would. That's a threat, nigga. I shot you the link. You threatening? That's a threat. Let's bring up the level of insanity in that. That's a threat. This stupid ass jailbird ass nigga is coming up here because this nigga kept telling me, if you was man enough. No. It don't have nothing to do with being a man. Because see, I'm right about you. And this proves that I was right about you. All that phone calls you make behind the scenes, not speaking up when you're supposed to, being silent when you're supposed to have a voice. All this damn clicking up and ally shit. You always wanted to be important. I don't have to be around a group of people for validation. I don't need nobody co-signing for me. You do. When you was over here, I gave you the respect and I call you OG Golden all the fucking time. But that's no longer in play. That's been deactivated. You know why? Because you demonstrated that you're not worthy of such a title. You're not worthy of such respect because you are a follower. You are individuals that act like you are a mediator throughout this social media. That's what you pretended to be. I'm a mediator. I talk behind the scenes. What about when you on the scenes? And the shit you talked about off the scene does not transfer over to on the scene. So what the fuck are you telling the people that you talk to somebody off the scene if they still up here doing shit that you say, I'm going to keep myself out of it for the last time. I'm going to keep myself out of this for the last time. I ain't going to talk about this no more. No more. No more good. I ain't gonna talk about this no more. That's what he said, y'all. He wanted to take the forefront over some dumbass shit like this. I was right about this nigga, bro. I was right about this nigga. He has individuals that started this whole deal, and he wants to be the one that go up to the front lines and try to look for me and try to come up here on some bullshit and threaten me. That is how dumb niggas roll, yo. This shit is never going to stop. You have niggas willing to go back and risk their livelihood all because they want to be bad, tough. They want to be the enforcers that's pro bono. This dumbass, old ass, crusty, snot bubble ass nigga is pissed off because I responded to his ass in a way he didn't like. This nigga kept taking shots at me after I said, hey, what Blue Hustle did, I kind of owe Mr. Golden an apology. I guess that went over his head. They don't want peace. That's what I said on live. He turns around and keep on talking about man enough. This nigga want to take an open-ended damn shit of me going at E Goofy and that other little minnow slow enough. He want to say, you know what? You didn't mention my name, but I took that. Okay, dumb nigga. Okay, you took it personal. You took it personal. Now that I say your name, all of a sudden I'll be down there. Fuck you, nigga. Don't be sending no motherfucking threats talking about you'll pull up on me to my number, nigga. Do you know how stupid you are? You sit up here and talk about, oh, yeah, if you was man enough. Nigga, I'm a man without you, nigga. I was a man before you. So y'all let this social media goddamn intoxicate you. And then you go out there trying to do a field sobriety. Oh, I'm going to go down here to the A and pull up. Man, fuck you, nigga. I expect more. I expect more from a nigga like you. But you wanted to jump on the bandwagon. You don't know the whole story. But you keep talking about, oh, you want to stick on WCS said what he said about me. Nigga, I said I probably owe Golden an apology based off, you know, what Blue Hustle was doing up there. Somewhat instigating the situation, in my opinion. That's the last words I said before this nigga jumped back on the panel and want to find a way to go at me. You know why? Because you a motherfucking follower, nigga. You a sheep. Your fur's thick and you used to the rotation, nigga. Circle, 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 circle up. Get the orders and circle again. Get more information and circle again. That's what these niggas do. That's what they do. Sheep. The crazy part about it, it gets even wilder. It's because, not the boxer, but it gets even more wild, right? Is that when I told this nigga what it was, and they up here, busy up here hating Blue, and then try to chastise or excoriate me for what I said about it. I didn't even really say. I said, oh, I'm done with it because, you know, this nigga up here talking this, that, and the other about some niggas you don't talk to behind the scenes like that. Because this nigga Golden, he want to sit up here and act like he's the authoritarian. This nigga, you make calls behind the scenes too. You make calls behind the scenes. You're messy. This is a perfect example of how messy you are. You now mad because a nigga like me ain't backing down for your dumb ass. Nigga, don't you ever in your life threaten me, nigga. Who the fuck you think you are? You want to say some dumb shit? Come on. Oh, you had my number. You could have called. If you was any type of man. See, I listened to that over and over again. I didn't respond. I never questioned Golden's manhood. But this nigga kept on saying, if you was any type of man, fuck you, nigga. I don't want to hear shit you got to say no more. I will respond to it, though. Because, see, an old nigga taking orders from a young nigga don't make sense. How are you supposed to consider yourself to be an OG when you taking orders from a sassy soft nigga? How does that work? When a sissy is giving an OG orders, that don't work that way. So therefore, the title OG need to be extracted and never reapplied in your lifetime again on this YouTube shit. Because you just aren't qualified, nigga. You aren't qualified to hold that title. Just because of age and motherfuckers giving you the respect, you're not qualified to hold it. You're taking orders from a soft, sassy, sissified nigga. That's unacceptable. Yo, believe me when I tell you, that shit right there is unacceptable, yo. This dude is taking orders from a soft, sassy, sissified, potato head, soft, doughboy looking nigga that's sitting up here instigating. Sitting up here trying to, bring up beef that he always wanted to be a part of. Let me leave Golden alone, because this nigga don't know no better. And remember, y'all, this nigga sent me a text talking about he gonna pull up to the A on my bitch ass. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Got it. Let's get to the other whole ass niggas that's been up here mentioning the WCS. I'm not mad about this. I'm just addressing the issue. Wasn't this about channels before? You know, they let you on the panel. The apostles let you on the panel. They have open smoke. So you get on here and say, oh, you want to debate? What do they? I'm going to talk. I'll do it better than you. I'll pop better than you. Yeah, you want me to get your channel back? If you listen to that whole verbal jousting encounter, you will listen to a person that kept on inserting the same verbiage over and over and over again. This nigga was going up there spinning the wheel just like a gerbil in a cage. Just spinning it, running and running in the same direction, saying the same shit over and over again. At one point in time, his respiratory system started to fail. Nigga had to take a little pause, go get some goddamn water, you know, get his breath back, and then jump back on. In the process, his Wi-Fi, that's still semi dial up, that shit was fucking up. How you gonna come up here to oppose debate me when your Wi-Fi fucked up? Where do you stay at? What plan do you have? What provider are you with? Please, somebody tell this failing, has been, always wanted to be basketball player who shoots in the gym solo dolo and never run 3-on-3 or 5-on-5. This nigga shoot hoop with his silhouette. Hey man, you want to play ball? You want to play ball? Let's go. What we playing to? Man, you funny. You want to take the ball out? I'll take the ball out. What's the rules? Man, why you always copy me? Why you got on the same outfit? Man, why you got on the same outfit? The nigga be up there talking to himself with the phone on. Let's get to the one who wanted to be the puppet master. We're going to get the goofy. Yes, indeed. But I want to get to all his collective cronies, all these little allies that he's supposed to have doing his dirty work. Sometimes when you go behind enemy lines, you don't expect it to be a fair one. That's what we're watching right now. Let WCS break this down again as to why these niggas are hating. So let's go back to before Errol Spence and Crawford. Let's not go and highlight the misinformation that these dudes want to put, and the chronological organization is all screwed up and distorted, right? We're talking about as the years went by from Crawford Spence. Before that, there was a situation where myself and Lil Minnow, myself called him Lil Minnow for the first time. He got pissed off, ran off the panel after he called me Big Nose and all that others. This is facts, right? This is before the Errol Spence Crawford fight. He is an aerosexual. This individual right here has been wrong 100% of the time on his predictions, especially when it came to Crawford Spence, right? So at one point in time, I called him Lil Minnow. He ran off the panel. Now, I know how all this worked because I was a traveler in these YouTube streets, right? So this nigga ran off the panel. I'm telling you the absolute truth. For the last time, he ran off the panel and went and called Big Bro, Lil Bro. He called bro and said, hey, man, no. You know, he didn't have to go far because that little pussy ass nigga was in the chat anyway. So they got mad because IO did not stand up and defend this little ass guppy. Have you ever heard of some shit? This is why Golden said he gonna come down to the A. This is how all this shit started. He want to hang around people that are shit starters. Oh, it's gonna get hot. It's gonna get hot on this Sunday. Hey, pass that communion tray around, because after this, they're gonna need some prayer. So he became angry, infuriated with IOTBA because he would not protect Lil Minnow from what I said. Now, it's one thing I know about IO, right? The nigga's been in the trenches for a long time. These little light-skinned, dumb and niggas, I've never seen them back then when IO was putting in that work, locked in with Errol Spence, walking to the ring in Errol Spence's backyard in a championship fight. I know that this dude was one of the only content creators before it was even considered content creators, locked in with one of the hottest fighters on the planet, Errol Spence Jr. He was locked in, nigga. Neither one of these niggas can take credit like E Goofy always do. I put him on. I put him home. You didn't put IO on. What you put him on to? How much of a goofball you are? Y'all over there in Texas, right? Y'all over in Texas, right? Huh? E Goofy? Y'all over there in Texas, y'all know IO fairly well. Was it cool at one point in time when y'all rolled up? Or were y'all on good terms back then? Anyway, let me keep it moving. Now, he got mad because I said something to Lil Minnow, and then he felt that IO did not do enough. He did not reach out and support. He did not address me directly at the time and say, yo, WCS. No, man, not on my channel. Not on my channel. And see, me knowing IO and a lot of other people, I know who's cut out for this and who ain't. One thing I can tell you for sure, if that soft, sassy, sissified nigga wanted IO to take up for his little bro, why haven't I pulled up a video where they was taking up for IO? When have y'all pulled out the troops and say, hey, support IO? If anybody go at IO, and anybody go at IO, support him. I've seen IO on several panels, and I just haven't seen the cavalry. Who is in charge of the cavalry? It ain't me. Even though I had a military qualifications to lead troops, but I haven't pulled up any video that says, hey, this video that was done at this date and time, I heard IO say something that may have been out of pocket to another individual on the panel, and everything halted because the host said, hey, excuse me, we're not going to do that to IO. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the GOATs in this shit to show some respect. I never seen that. I've never seen someone take up for IO when he's on a panel behind enemy lines and niggas going at his throat. But hey, when you're soft, sassy, and sissified, you're going to start bringing up shit that don't make sense, and that's lies. This nigga got mad at IO because he didn't take up for big bro, little bro, whatever day of the week you want to call it. He was mad at IO. You probably heard this sissified, soft, potato head, Pillsbury doughboy looking nigga say some shit like, hey, you want me to send you the text what IO said about you? No. Because me and IO know the roads we travel. We know the direction we've been. We know how many X's that we cross in this game. We know who was in the trenches and who wasn't. And when you see this light-skinned nigga eat goofball, he wasn't out there on that. See, so the best angle he can take was to try to prove to you all that a nigga that's out here in the streets covering the boxing, that's not a badge of honor. It's going to get interesting, y'all. This what this nigga said. That's not a badge of honor to go to fights and pay out your own pocket. And I'm saying, when did these soft, sissified, sassy niggas start talking about real niggas who can go out here and cover fights? If you don't have the financial means, understand, God will continue, if you have faith with him, continue to bless you how he see fit. But no, not on this dark side. This nigga hurry up and try to think he was going to cancel out my catalog by saying, so what, you go to the fights. That's not a badge of honor. Oh, it's not? What about interviews? Goofball is a fraud. He is an absolute fraud. You know why he's a fraud? Because at one point in time, he said, I don't call around and wait for people, fighters to call me and do that. I don't call around. He lied to y'all. He lied. This nigga's a liar. Now, I'm not saying I ain't never lied in my lifetime, but this nigga's a liar. This nigga is a liar. When I tell you this whole situation where dumbass is trying to sit up, well, he didn't try, he issued a threat that he was going to come up here in the honor of a liar. It tells you how distracted, how ignorant some of my own people could be. Because I always say this about my own people. They so in a hurry to prove how tough they are to their own people. But let it be a white Caucasian or anybody else, they want to say, hey man, make sure you do your best. They didn't do nothing too bad. Come on, keep this on YouTube. Keep it on social media. Okay? Did you see his skin complexion? Keep it on social media. We don't need any of that freaking violence over here. Oh, it's a different tone, y'all. That's a different tone when it comes to black people. They always trying to prove that they can crash out over some dumb shit. They always trying to prove they can issue threats over some dumb shit. And then, not to mention, are you even thinking about the consequences? This dumbass nigga up here threatened. But let's get back to Goofy. Goofy lies and says that he doesn't make phone calls. That's what he said, y'all. I don't make phone calls over no waiting on fighters. You're a liar. You're a liar. A liar, and you're a liar. See, you can maybe hurt somebody else's feelings with all those homosexual direction or narratives that you're trying to push. Nobody believes you. But what they will believe is that you are a liar. Take this for instance, 12K views. This is the same man that says it's not a badge of honor to go to a fight because he don't have the finances to do so. I mean, his brother does Uber. His brother does Uber, right? Little Minnow does Uber. You do Uber or DoorDash, don't you? If you didn't have enough gas money to get to one of them fights in Texas, why you didn't ask your brother to goddamn give you a free ride up there? Oh, he didn't get permission. I'm just trying to find out the resources that you niggas claim you have, but you don't apply to one another. One nigga support Crawford, one nigga support Errol Spence. Huh? At one point in time, I know your little brother got mad because somebody was saying that the Mac Mob, B Mac, and E Goofy was Kobe and LeBron. Was it Kobe and LeBron or Kobe and Jordan? They put them up there together, and supposedly, from what I heard, Lil Minnow got mad because he wasn't included. Is this an attempt for E Goofy to make up Lil Bro because he just wasn't included in the celebration? Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. I keep on jumping and skipping outside the point. Let's get back to E Goofy. E Goofy said he don't pay for shit. He don't find it as a badge of honor. But ask him why this interview right here with Trey Crawford, how did he get that interview? Is he telling you all he got it on his own? How did he get this interview? Somebody, anybody in the chat, tell me how this fraud, lying-ass, light-skinned, potato head, pie-faced nigga sitting up here talking about WCS, he don't find it a badge of honor for what he see in my catalog. But his sole interview with Trey Crawford and Team Crawford, 12K, respectable, 12K views. How did he get that? Did you make a phone call? Did you make a phone call? Did you directly make a phone call to Team Crawford to get this interview? The answer is absolutely astounding. No. This dude's a fraud. He's a liar to the people. He didn't make a phone call directly to B&B, and they said, yes, I know who you are. You that goofy guy, Sissified, that's online. Oh, we've been watching your content and we love you. They didn't say that shit. They didn't want to deal with him. He couldn't get the connection, y'all. You understand me? This dude couldn't make the connection happen. He says he don't find it to be a badge of honor. He don't call fighters 50 times and shit like that to try to get an interview. But lo and behold, a Crawford fan, a couple of years ago, he wanted to reach out to Trey Crawford, and he could not do it one-to-one connection, point-to-point connection. You know who he had to do it? Do you want to know on this Sunday who was it? I know this because I've been here for quite some time. They try to cut WCS down, but I keep on rising. You want to know who he had? You're talking about the very same person he wanted to stab in the back. Not just one blade, but two blades. Because he's mad, y'all. Those around him are mad. Mad, I tell you. Why are they so mad? This is just social media. My content don't affect your content. But this dude could not get an interview with Team Crawford by himself. And you know who did? Dun, 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 dun. IOTBA. Wouldn't you believe all the time this nigga has always been a liar? He lies at everything. Now they attempted to run a smear campaign on me, right? And they think that shit was gonna stick by talking about some homo. My shit is too deep. You swim, and even though you have oxygen tanks, nigga, you're still gonna cough. You're gonna get the bands fucking with me. You had to go to IOTBA to get this interview. The only relevant interview. 12K. This soft, light-skinned nigga had to go through IOTBA, the very same person that he stabbed in the back, and he was attempting to send me text messages. He wanted to send me text messages, y'all, explaining, IO really don't like you. IO don't like you. Sounding like a bitch. IO don't like you. IO don't like you. I can send text. He's only being cool with you because he's mad with me. Nigga, shut your bitch ass up. This nigga's a liar, a faker. Shout out to Green. You bogus as hell. You bogus. You out here lying to the people. And your highest freaking popular video, you had to go through the very same person that you got mad at because he didn't step up and defend Lil Bro, who's actually older than you. You sorry excuse for a black man. You trying to make up for lost time by allowing your brother to co-host on your sorry ass trash panel? See, what you done did was get some goofy, gullible ass niggas who are vulnerable to just trying to be a part of something that they believe important. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at one point in time, I told Bill Haney this same shit when he had a nigga like H Money out here. And I said, Bill, a rat always gonna be a rat. That shit ain't gonna work out. It finally came crashing down. The storm rolled in, and I was right about that. But this shit right here is not even on that level. It's not even on that level. It's not even close. To think that this nigga is talking about it's not a badge of honor to make phone calls, to get interviews with fighters, but yet he had to call the very same black man that he shitted on. The very same black man that he shitted on, that wanted to send me text message of IO saying something about me. And guess what? Me and IO understands. We have met in person. I've been to Texas several times. I never saw these cheerleaders welcoming me aboard when I got there. I never saw these niggas. They was inside. Lil Bro was up there doing Uber Eats. He was out there. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, my name is Lil Minnow. Yeah, what you have here is a 3-piece fish dinner with potato salad and pork and beans. Yes, I hope. Yeah, I did everything. And also, I did not take one sip out of your drink. It is fresh, ice cold. And please, if you wouldn't mind, give me a 5-star review so I can continue to make 5 cents an hour. Okay? I appreciate it. Yeah, to the do. What's my name? Just call me Lil Minnow, aka Slow Nuff. All right, cool. Hey, bro, man, I think I'm gonna be, I think I'm gonna really like this job. I think the longer I stay, they're gonna give me a retirement benefits package. I really can do this. I love it. See, me, I'm not knocking anybody who goes out and make a living. I'm only knocking the nigga who started the whole shit and his brother co-signed. After that shit happened with IO and Lil Minnow, the only reason I'm even actively engaging with these individuals because of what Blue Hat Hustle brought my name up doing that bet when he was on the panel. And these two niggas emoted on demand. They was impulsive. They said, world cocksucker. Okay. Then his brother said, fuck them. I say, where's this energy coming from? Like, I haven't really spoke to these niggas at all in a long period of time. I've mentioned that I used to support for a short period of time Goofy's channel. He said I was riding his dick, y'all. I was supporting his channel because I thought it was pretty good content going on at the time when he was talking boxing. He takes that to say that I was riding his dick. Oh, you want to talk about dick riding? Oh, let's get to that. While I'm in the process of making sandwiches, okay? While I'm in the process of making gingerbread cookies. That's what you do with a dough-faced looking nigga like this. Now, let's talk about the backstabbing. Let's talk about the backstabbing. This nigga say he don't make phone calls, but yet he had to call IO. He won't talk about dick riding, right? Let's talk about some dick riding. As you all know, and this is nothing to Malachi, okay? But I have to mention your name in no ill fashion, all right? Because I look at him as doing his thing and I'm doing my thing. But other individuals, soft ass niggas like this, try to bring Malachi into the picture so that he too can be a part of this. But what I did hear distinctively that he insinuated that he may be in communication with somebody behind the scenes that didn't like me or whatever, right? But let's talk about THRE, right? He plays the clip that Coach Malachi complimented him on. I have no problem. Coach said that he was this, that, and the other. I have no problem with that. Cool. That don't have nothing to do with me. But let's back it up a little bit. Do you know he has been on record? The same thing he was saying about other content creators. He putting them on. He's putting them on. At one point in time, he dogged out Coach Malachi too. Didn't he say shit to the quote unquote, he's taking my style. He's doing what I do. He was complaining about camera angles. He was saying this about Malachi. When Malachi was on the come up, he was levitating on the come up. This dude got mad and jealous because Malachi started to pop. He got mad and jealous because Coach Malachi started to pop and started to get viewers. He felt the same way about getting viewers that somebody else's channel was started to get the pop other than his in BMAC. He really ain't trying to help niggas. He wanted niggas to help him, but he's so stupid, he couldn't even keep his channel up. I love to hear niggas talk about, my channel was popping. Can I get your channel popping? You can't even keep your channel up, nigga. You have changed your name from what it was to what it is. You have had to start over, taking L's. Now you got niggas that you're trying to bring into a community that's willing to take L's for you. And if them goofball, them dumbass niggas want to come up here and defend your honor, go right ahead. Go right ahead. This nigga is a hypocrite. Not hypocrism, hypocrite. The hypocrisy, he's intoxicated off that shit. He was hating on Coach Malachi when Coach Malachi started to levitate. He said he was biting what he was doing, even to his camera angle. That nigga was mad that Malachi was growing and getting more viewers than him. So he was talking shit. Then he turned around and changed up his panties and say, oh, let me do a clip on Coach. Let me put that out there and replay it every time in my intro. If you look there, E Goofy, Golden, Q, Slow Enough, who is the nigga that you see in my intro? Who do you see in my intro? Who do you see? I mean, who do you see in my intro? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. Who do you see in my intro?
Across the spectrum and around the globe, we bring you World Combat Sports.
World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah. World Combat Sports, yeah.
Was that me? I'm just curious, was that me? Because respect to Malachi, he has a different engine. He has a different vehicle. And you're going to find out certain people act like they're supporting. But this nigga brings up and dog him out and then want to be his friend and use his clip. I'm just telling you how much of a hypocrite he is when he's talking about people dick riding. That's his words. That's his words. For those of you in the chat, JG, don't tell me what to leave out. Dude, you can be in the chat, but we already discussed your back and forth. And it's not going to be a part of my live, but don't tell me what to do. You don't have to sit over here and listen. Real talk. You don't have to, bro. It's that simple. You don't have to sit up here and listen.
Left jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much. Welcome back sports. Talking way too much. Welcome back sports. Talking way too much. Welcome back sports.
Bomb Squad!
Hey, what you got to say there, champ? Yeah, man. Much love, Black. It's your turn. What you got to say? What you got to say? To this day! To this day!
Classic. You know who I had to help? You know who I asked to get that? Neither one of you niggas. Because it was me. They look through the catalog. They know what it is. They know what it is, yo. They know what the hell it is. And that's why they mad. Don't tell me who I should bring up and who I shouldn't. I'm not talking ill about these dudes. I'm using connecting references. Okay? I am linking references to pretty much show evidence that this E-Goofy dude is a liar. And he has dumbass niggas. That's what they do. He has some dumbass niggas willing to be around in that same small circle and want to throw threats over there, talking about, oh, I'm gonna come down there. So fucking what? This nigga lied. This nigga goofball lied. He said he didn't make phone calls over and over again, but yet you couldn't get this interview by yourself. You had to use IOTBA. You think I didn't know that, nigga? You think I didn't know that? Hold up. No, don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Hold on. Because this has to be mentioned. Because this nigga fraud. This dude said that he don't go all that way. Let me show you another piece of evidence, right? Okay, let me bring this up. Because this dude's a liar. He's one of the worst content creators on this platform. Absolutely. What about this? You gonna prove to the people that you didn't make phone calls for this? One-on-one interview with Blair Cobbs, who wants Errol Spence next since Errol is ducking Crawford. It's amazing how ill-advised it was for him to go after one of Crawford's numero uno supporters. I haven't been trying to compete as Crawford's number one supporter. I've just been supporting Crawford in general, genuinely. Now we have what is called a mutt that has ran a smear campaign attempting to basically sever what again? I have ties to Team Crawford or B&B. Just get up here and lie and see people acting funny as if I haven't supported this man. I've been to more Crawford fights than a lot of you niggas on this damn platform. I've actually paid to go to Crawford's fight cards, and I didn't see y'all around. I did not see y'all around. But how did you get this interview? You say you don't make phone calls, right, E-Goofy? How did you get this right here? Who got this? Did you call Blair the Flair yourself? Who was able to assist you with the oop, since you like playing basketball, on this interview with Blair Cobbs? Somebody explain that to me. Somebody explain. This is just too easy. Huh? Somebody explain that. Can somebody manifest this into existence? Because a nigga like me, I just like the whole process for people to understand. If they come for WCS on some social media shit and he's minding his business, it's not going to be everything front loaded. It's going to be a slow, steady, time released. It's according to what I want to do. If I want to cook you in the hot grease, in this case, I know you overdone already, but I want to continue to cook till you goddamn dark, because you too light skinned still when I'm looking at your logo. You too light skinned. I'm going to cook your ass until your logo is looking like Michael Blackson, nigga. How did you get the Flair Cobbs interview? Did you call his people directly? Sitting at 1.K views 3 years ago. Did you call him directly? So here's another fighter, because he don't have many fighters that he did interviews with. That's why he's a creator. That's why he's jealous of me and all the interviews I had in person and online. That's why he took it upon himself to think it was going to be easy running a Medea smear campaign on a nigga that's not going to prove to you how many bitches he get. Niggas that's looking at a man's physique. Oh, I'm gonna get to you, Q. I'm gonna get to you too, Q. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get to you. Since you want to join in and sound dumb as hell too, I'm gonna get to the ugly duckling over here too. Did you get this interview all by yourself? Somebody help me understand. Did E Goofball get the interview all by himself? Because he said he don't find it a badge of honor to spend your own money and call people and call fighters over and over again. So he was lying to his people. What a habitual liar that he is. Because this interview, he did not get on his own. You know who he had to help to get it when they was on healthy terms? Because it's only certain people that ran the streets back then who know what all the goddamn interactions and beef was and all that. When people was kicking it with people, there wasn't really no connections. Everybody was standing in their lane and shit like that. You know who he had to go through? IOTBA, the GOAT. IOTBA had to go up and kick this motherfucking kickstand back and allow this mother to learn how to ride a bike. Taught him the process of communications, even though he was inept to be able to call a fighter on his own, because they know not who he was. They know not who he was, who they was. They didn't know who this nigga was. They didn't know. They had to get somebody that was on the scene, that was known. Face recognition. The biometrics said that IO was locked in with Errol Spence Jr. These niggas all live in Texas, but E Goofy and Slow Nuff, they wasn't locked in. I didn't see them over there in Frisco. I never saw them niggas, man. That's what I'm saying. I never saw them. But I saw IO. We all know IO was locked in with EJ. And being that he was already out there covering fights, he assisted with the oop once again. Though it was a 4-foot goal, though. It was a 4 to 5 foot goal. He ain't catching the oop on the regulation. It was a 4 to 5 foot goal. Yeah. And also they had some goddamn assistance if you wanted to jump off this motherfucking platform and get some more height to it. Yeah. Because this nigga always got his camera on showing us that ugly ass left hand shot he got. Somebody tell me how he got this interview with Blair the Flair. Just please help me understand. How did he get this with Trey Crawford? The same person assisted this lying ass habitual liar to get these interviews, but yet he's hating on me for my catalog. So I did the live stream doing channel comparisons, and he's been mute ever since. He couldn't respond. He didn't have enough in the catalog, the cachet, to pull out the weapons and say, no, there you go, you're wrong. But he said badge of honor, y'all. This nigga lying. This nigga has some other issues going on, because two of your relevant videos with fighters, this is the nigga say he don't do that. This is the same nigga that hated on showbiz. When I mentioned showbiz the adult, were y'all saying leave showbiz out of it? Because it's evidence out there that I have of this nigga hating on showbiz. Come on, yeah, I like what he did, but I don't fuck with his content. Why? His content is more productive and conducive and does quadruple the numbers that you would ever do as long as you're on YouTube, because you don't have a personality. No one really fucks with your content. And the only reason you getting the amount of views is because you got some ugly ducklings swimming around in that dirty ass muddy pond of yours. That's what you wanted to do with WCS. You wanted to muddy the waters and have these ugly ducklings over there quacking away in your defense, while this coward ass nigga sit back in the shade. This nigga was spending more time texting me on X than spending time with his own family. Aren't you a father, nigga? This nigga put a text out that my ex-wife left me because a man supposedly was in the bed. This nigga put out the defamatory false lies that he put up. So he's willing to fabricate a gay shit over and over again about me, talking about gay shit. I never even went at this man. We're talking about dumbass niggas like Golden trying to say, man, you never mentioned that man's mother. Fuck you, nigga, because I never mentioned his mother. This nigga sit up there and write texts about me on X all the time, and you gonna bring your old crusty ass over here trying to defend that shit? This nigga up here creating fabricated gay stories on me, and you're gonna come up here and say, oh, my defense is you talking about his mama. What do you think of my kids? You think if I was married for that long, as long as I was, she had kids, to sit up here and try to talk about somebody else's family? Let me give you one more. And since we on the topic of talking about, fabricated stories, this nigga putting shit on X that's not true, trying to talk about run a gay campaign. That shit is so tired. What about your family, nigga? Your family good? Your wife good? Let's talk about his family, since you want to say my ex-wife found me in bed with another man. That's not something. Hey, this nigga up here creating lies, fabricated stories, all about gay innuendos that he's choosing to talk about, lies, malicious content. But yet you got dumbass niggas like Q and Golden and Lil Minnow up here co-signing this nigga. So it's okay for you to try to sit up here and say, oh, well, I want to take this personal, but you ain't taking it personal. That nigga creating lies on X. I see you bitch ass niggas over there making comments on his post. But you don't question the legitimacy, the truth, the authenticity of those posts, that lies that he was putting out there about me. You don't question that shit. But yet you want to be all King Kong about it and say, I'll be down there and I'll do this issuing threats online. Okay, I got it. I just want to know how his family doing. How your kid doing? Because I know my kids have a mother. And I know you're sitting up here believing that it's okay to say these names and address and try to title me as such. Right? But these bum ass niggas want to sit up here and co-sign and support this nigga. And it take one old dumb nigga to support something that's dumb, to show the world that he's just another sheep with black skin. Because one thing I always say about my people, they're willing to follow a negative spirit or energy as quick as they would a positive one. If anything negative, and they want to show how tough they are, you get dumbass niggas like Golden. How's his family doing? Huh? I just want to know how your family doing, because the nigga was texting me on X every freaking day. He was popping tweets. He was atting his brother. I see these niggas commenting on these tweets, running a smear campaign of gay lies, like they want to turn into a scandal. But what about your family, nigga? Your family good? Your family good, nigga? Your wife good? Since you spoke about my ex-wife, your wife good? She straight? You handling business the way you doing? Because ain't no nigga I know that's going to be on there texting another man over and over again during the daytime, and he got a wife. Your family good, nigga? Real talk. Your kid good? Because I know my kids have a mother. And that's the same chick that you sit up here and try to say, yeah, somebody came home. But I'm just saying, let's separate and balance it out. This nigga is running a smear campaign. And then you got the dumb nigga coalition over here trying to act like everything I say, they're taking it personal. But they don't care nothing about what the culprit is. So this is how this is going to turn out. It's going to turn out real bad for somebody. Because they're going to look at your dumb ass and they're going to say, you took the bullshit that you wanted to embrace on your own. You wanted to be the sole proprietor of this bullshit. When you got a fake ass nigga up here talking about he don't now make calls for interviews, he had to go through ILTBA for that shit. He had to go through ILTBA for 2 of his most relevant interviews. The Trey Crawford interview and the Blair Cobbs interview. He had to go through ILTBA, the same person that he wanted to send me a text talking about what IO said about me. Ain't that some hoe ass shit? Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. I mean, I think about this, right? I say, could that be an underlying factor to all this on why these hoe ass niggas act the way they do? Could it be an underlying factor? Could it be something else that I overlooked? You know what I'm saying? I really didn't page enough, to find out what's something in the next chapter. Maybe I skipped the line in all of this. And then I said to myself, well, in the South, we're Baptist down here. We're Baptist. That was the thing back then. You being Baptist when it comes to religion. And look, though religion has absolutely nothing to do with this, I just thought upon myself to activate the 3-4 credits that I earned in college on psychology. I always talk about, man, those credits right there are very important, especially when I put on my professor hat. I said to myself, how can we have such a group of bitch ass niggas roaming around on YouTube, unwilling to do a full assessment from top to bottom and left to right on who's really wrong on what? And to those who decide to say, well, I'm going to stick with my people I fuck with. Okay. So that means no expectation, no disappointment. Because I'm not expecting you to understand what the full story is. Because you're not capable mentally, comprehensively, intellectually. You're incompetent to understand what that means. So therefore, when I'm asking myself, what would make these 2 goofballs add on another 2 goofballs? And I said, E Goofy and Lil Minnow is Jehovah's Witness. I mean, I don't have no problem with it, but that might have been one of the issues as to why they're so confused and lost. Maybe they don't know to seek help within from their own religious parishioners. Where are their group of parishioners? Where are the devotional groups for these niggas in Texas? Please, somebody break it down and send them an invitation. Hold out your hand, palm to the sky, and say, listen, you 2 idiots, I'm here to help you. Come pray with us. Don't you all have a prayer group? It doesn't matter what religion, somebody reach out to these dudes. Because I'm trying to understand with all these Syrian exchanges that they believe they're having, what are they looking to get from it? Because when I asked E Goofball this, he really couldn't give me a straight answer. Just like every other lie that he tells, he wants people to believe that he was the one out here doing it, and his channel is popping off who again? Because you mentioned popularity at one point in time. Now I haven't heard you mention shit else. I haven't heard you mention shit else. Can somebody help me? Can somebody help me understand why Goofball is not really focusing on his family? Why is this nigga neglecting his family to send out false texts? If he was to catch his wife doing this, he would feel some type of way. Why aren't you there showing unconditional love to your wife instead of making up lying posts about information you have nothing to do with and it's none of your business? And the fact that it's none of your business, to see other dumbass niggas out here talking about they're gonna show up to somebody else's town making threats, further proves to me that what I say about no expectations, no disappointment, I'm not disappointed that you have some dumb bitch ass niggas that's sitting up here trying to defend something that's undefendable. They're trying to defend lies. They trying to say, "Oh, I got it. I'll take the lead. I'll take the lead. He called me out." No, nigga, you kept on talking about if you was any type of man, nigga, and I let that shit slide until I said, "Fuck this nigga." After I told you what I told you about, maybe I owe him apology. But you wanted to get on there and be influenced and start talking about, I'm talking about him. No, you wanted to make it about me because you was up there having private chat conversations with somebody who is just as wrong as you. So don't get mad because I call you a bitch ass nigga. That's what I think you are, nigga. Now you mad because you feel that you deserve more respect at your age, but yet you up here supporting a lying ass nigga that talk about what he believe in his fictitious brain, that he want to create a lie. He want to put your gay narrative and you on board with that bullshit, nigga. This nigga has a family. This nigga has a child and he's texting other niggas over 60 times over and over again. This nigga say he don't make phone calls, but he had to call IO and get the interview with Blair Flair and Trey Crawford. Facts. Why is this nigga sitting up here lying to his listeners? What is he trying to prove to a channel that he say is not popping? Somebody need to help this nigga understand he's everywhere. I'm trying to stop it before it becomes a frenzy that's out of control. I'm trying to mitigate the situation. Yeah. I'm trying to mitigate it. I just wanted to kind of breach the comfort of this so-called content creator and let him know, what were you thinking? You was ill prepared and you came over here thinking that you can create false stories and narratives and come up with all these thumbnails, and it didn't work because you're a fraud. Your channel don't have higher numbers than mine. You will never have a channel of all the people that he's hated on. Think about this. He's hated on a lot of people. And when that shit with B-Mac went down, y'all didn't have B-Mac's back. When they was going at B-Mac, y'all was over there cheering. Don't tell me not to mention B-Mac's name. Don't tell me not to do something that I know for a fact you hoe ass niggas did not defend him when he needed defending. So don't tell me not to mention nobody's name. You're not the controlling authority. You niggas are fake. A nigga's channel start popping bigger than yours. Okay, this nigga want to try to put the beef off. He think I don't know why that situation went down the way it did. But they was over there happy as hell that they was going to B-Mac. Where was y'all niggas at if you support him? Oh, don't talk about it. Shut the fuck up. Why y'all didn't help him out? Why y'all didn't help IOTBA out when he was on the panel and people was going to him? Where was all the support system then? Where was all the support teams? Huh? Where was all the support teams to help out them IO and B-Mac when motherfuckers was going at them? What was the support teams? I don't need no support. What was that? When you was going to Coach Malachi, when you was mad trying to make it seem like he was stealing your freaking schnick, your ideas, your flow. Showbiz still dope. He couldn't get that man maximum credit. If you don't agree with what he talked, he'd be flip-flopping. Okay, cool. You don't agree. But wait. He said, oh, I appreciate it. Hey, he did what he did. He at the zone now. But I don't fuck with this content. This is a hating ass nigga. Hating ass nigga that talk about he don't see it as being a badge of honor to pay to go see fights, but this nigga don't cover fights. He is a bum. He is an in-place microphone talking bum. This nigga's a thumbnail creating bum. This nigga's an in-place nigga that don't have the funds to go to a fight and get approved for credentials bum. He is not qualified to speak on others who have been approved for multiple credentials over the spectrum. Multiple. But this nigga is going to try to think he can shut it down just by saying, I don't think it's a badge of honor. Then why are you talking about boxing then? Why your two relevant interviews that you have up here is based off the strength of ILTBA blessing your dumb ass? Anything else? I'm tired of putting this nigga in the ground and reaching down and snatching him back up, slapping him and putting him back in the burial. Let's get to Q, man. Q, I heard you over there talking that suspect type shit you love to talk. And I just let you get it off your chest because when I was making mine jump and you said you had your girls watching, I started to send you a Cash App request because if your girl was watching, it wasn't for free. But then I thought to myself, hell no, let me not send no Cash App request to get paid for my services for making my pecs jump and this girl was watching. Because I just don't know what type of girl that you are identifying as, my brother. You know, man, I look at language, I listen to niggas, and I can tell you've been the type of nigga that has been incarcerated, sat down, right. So I had to say to myself, before I send this Cash App, I don't know if that is who they say they are, right. I don't know if I was to see that person, it looked like a piece of fruit is hanging from your trachea, right. Is there an apple, a farmer's market somewhere where he just eating an apple because their throat is kind of swollen, right? So I said to myself, no, I'm gonna digress, man. I ain't gonna do that because this nigga did a long bid and I knew it was something with this nigga. Knew it was something as to why he was trying to push that gay narrative, nigga. At one point in time, nigga, you was locked in. Yeah. Locked down. Day after day, you were locked down. Whoa, in the morning, I forget about the night. Oh, I try so hard, but it still gets me frightened. Oh, in the morning, man, hey, this nigga was, he was sat down, man. So I had to say, this nigga talking about my pecs. And then he said, I had to grab my girl, right? And he tried to make it seem like it was some bitch shit, but he know what it is. When a nigga in shape, he make them motherfucking pectorales jump for the women. But then I had to say, this nigga might have had his girl, him. I don't know what pronouns, her, him, 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 he, him. I don't know. But when I found out that it could be something more on an odd, eccentric basis, I said, no, I'm not going to send that Cash App because I feel like if a girl was watching, they should pay for services rendered. You know what I'm saying? If the girl was watching. But when this nigga started to talk about trying to make it seem like a bad thing that a nigga in his own body and his physique can't sit up here and move his own body parts. And he's trying to make it say, oh, those breasts. I thought to myself, well, being sat down for long as I was, mine, everything started to look like breasts, mine. You know, right? It started to look like breasts. I ain't gonna lie to you, mine. You know, it was some dudes in there eating them goddamn commissary, and they started to put that goddamn weight on, mine. And I was saying, man, things I couldn't tell what was a peck of a breast, mine. I just started calling them breasts, mine. Right? So now it all makes sense as to why Q is who he is. Why he's trying so hard to come. Nigga, I'm gonna take it light on your ass because it's no need, bro. I'm glad you out doing your thing, but I'm not what you need. I'm not what you want. I'm not what you need. I paid you your money, right? When you was paid, but now you're on some whole nother shit. You want to go up my boy Haynes' legacy. You totally disrespected him when he was on the panel. But now you want to try to push this gay narrative. It's not going to work. You two niggas that took L's in life, continue to grow as whoever or whatever you're doing. All right? Q, please leave me the fuck alone, nigga. Why be in your position right now and you want to come up here and attempt to be a part of my life? Why, nigga? Are you living the best way you can live with your girl? Because you said you and her took the time out your day to check out my video. Are you living the best life? Are you the best representation of who you are as a man? Do you look in the mirror and say, yeah, I'm confident? I don't think you do. I don't think you want no part of identifying that reflection in the mirror. I don't think you want that, bro. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you are willing to accept, because you know I'm looking at how when you came on camera talking shit to my boy Haynes, right? And I was looking at your background, nigga. You know how you can see somebody's background and your brain start to race, your thought process start to race, and you say to yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, something wrong. It's all dark, foggy, misty, musty. It got that musty look to it. I say, damn, I wonder how it smell. Your background smell musty to me like it needed a motherfucking full makeover, nigga. I wanted to call some of the renovation, all these shows that I see, a home renovation. I said, can y'all do me one favor? I don't know if you stand in the basement or a room in an apartment or just basically out back in a motherfucking shed. But do me a favor, man. Can y'all consider my, taking a right-hand turn, right? And go check out my boy Q, because his goddamn background seemed like it's funky as shit, nigga. And for him to have his girl in such a funky environment, looking at another man's chest, right? When that man is driving in his own vehicle, and for what I know, Q is not in possession of, I don't believe he's in possession of a four-wheel with an engine. I don't know. I just want to give him a four-wheel with an engine. Vehicle, right? You may not be in possession of or making payments or have the slip or have current car insurance, right? So if that is indeed the case, your background look like it needs some makeover. You need to run that bitch to the car wash, and then you might be absent of mode of transportation, right? You need to get with the DOT, Department of Transport, and see if they handing out some voluntary or any type of Salvation of Goodwill car relief funds that they can go get you a beater, preferably 78, 79, 80, 81, right? Stay out of my business, please, sir. Because your background looks musty. Your background looks musty, nigga. Real talk. Your background looks funky. I tried to send a care package from Irish Spring, and they said, nope, never, We're not going to that address. We already know who that is. And our people went over there last time with gas masks, and we could not stand it. The soap pretty much melted in the package before the package was even picked up and brought inside. So therefore, the only way that's going to happen, we're going to have to call FEMA and get a quarantine team out here to basically quarantine, wait till the whole inside dries out, and then spray it down for Febreze. You know what I'm saying? Repaint it. Just do a whole interior decorating. So when you pop that camera on again, ride to talk that shit to my boy Haynes Legacy, ride, I can get that good feeling to say, okay, right. I smell a little better, man. I think. I'm just saying, don't turn your camera on anymore. Talking about a nigga pecs and shit when your whole background seems like it needs a total makeover. It reminds me of I Am Legend. Real talk. Like looking at Q, it looked like he was the only nigga on the block in that goddamn background. For real. He looked like Fred out there. Fred, what you doing out here? You ain't showered. Huh, Fred? Fred, what you doing out here, man? Fred. That's what I see Q. Q looked like he the only nigga on the block. No running water, nothing. Keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, nigga. I don't have nothing with you, man. You talk shit about my boy Haynes when you disrespecting him on my panel. You want to say the wackest chatting, that shit don't fly, dog. That's the hottest chatting in MFing game. Remember that, because you keep using it. But worry about your life, man. Worry about the progress that you at right now. If you got a girl that's your sweetheart, pay attention to her. Tell that other nigga to do the same. If these niggas got girls and kids, tell them to be the same. But when you come online to my world cocksucker and all that, nigga, it make me wonder. It make me wonder. These niggas didn't make it. These niggas failed at doing certain things that they thought that was gonna take them to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? They failed. There's a reason why these niggas are upset. I would end this when it comes to slow enough, because I haven't really touched on you today. Touched on a topic rather, because I don't want you to get somewhat aroused by me saying touched on you. Okay, it was a figure of speech. But understand this, my brother, when you was talking about me going in the military and trying to make it seem like I was working for the white man and I was just a robotic type structure, order taking type nigga, right? But yet you won't make no comment of you and your brother bozos clowning around, shucking and jiving, right? But for you, that's slow enough. Can you truly talk ill about somebody who went out here and provided for their family? I'm pretty sure you providing for your family too. But from what I also know, you living with mama. Yo, mama. Are you still living with your parent? Cause you was up here co-signing. I saw the damn shit that you was talking on X, and you was absolutely co-signing shit just like your brother. But word has it that you are cohabitating with mama. Huh? Is that goofball? Is that really true? Is that true? I mean, you have your own place, right? I would hope so. You got a family, but sometimes people with kids don't necessarily have their own place. I want to do both of y'all have your own place and y'all growing in life, elevating. You know what I'm saying? Succeeding in areas that you thought you may never have success in. That's what I'm here for. You feel me? What about that? Just drop me a DM. I want to know if you're doing well over there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, shout out to Uber, shout out to DoorDash. If you ever see a slow talking nigga pull up in the car and give you your order, be patient with him, man. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this: grab your food and run in the house, man. Because by the time he finished telling you, leave me a thought, that your shit gonna be cold as hell, yo. You're gonna be complaining, that nigga ain't gonna get a tip. Y'all need to focus on yourselves. That's all I would say. Focus on yourself and not me. There's too much shit out there, bro. Go pray. Jehovah. Go pray. Go pray for yourselves. Pray for the niggas that's willing to go out here and be sheep in the name of goofball. Okay? Go pray for them niggas. Yo, there go the link, man. There go the link. You can't be doing a thorough job if you over here playing both sides. I really don't sit up here and look at just a guy as some series that, you know, this message for him, because he already made it perfectly clear he's going to switch sides regardless. He's going to have one side over here, this, that, but I have seen you over there very invested in what they was doing. Hey, some people believe that, you know, inserting themselves in other people's business is no wrong in that. You know what I'm saying? Just because you think you have the right to talk in the chat, you be in the chat talking extensively over there, which, look, I'm not one of those guys that care. You don't have to have no loyalty over here at all, period. I don't do that. But I dropped the link. I'm about to get up out of here. Y'all hold it down as always. I dropped the link. And also I dropped the link to Golden. I dropped the link to Golden and he didn't pull up. But he wanted to goddamn issue threats and shit. I dropped him the personal link to pull up. I dropped him the personal link. Let's put it out there. Let's let the people see the stupidity in sheep. Let's let the people see the stupidity in sheep. Okay? Check this out. He wanna drop comments on posts where he'll be at. You know, this is me today. That's your boy. That's your boy. That's your boy. What does that mean? Somebody help me understand. I dropped the links to define what that means. What does that mean? Somebody explains to what are you talking about? You pull up for what? What you pulling up to do? Be clear, because I dropped the links. You can get it out. You made a comment on my post on one of my videos. You'll be down here, right? And then I sent you a link. So I'm trying to curious of what you actually talking about. What up, man?
What up? What up? That's the guy in the building. 402, stand up. One love. Hit the like button, everybody.
What's good with you, man? What you got on your mind, man? Where did he go? He must have got a phone call or something. They must have told him, hey, JG, don't go over that nigga's panel. See, don't nobody call me like that and tell me what to do and what not to do. You know what I'm saying? They don't call me like that, dog. They don't call me like that, yo. They don't. I'm gonna give him about another minute, man. Now, StreamYard work with GPS, man. I mean, I don't know if you're using the same monitor. GPS, Google Maps don't interfere with you being on live. Real talk. It don't interfere like that. Ain't nobody hitting the link before noon, but it's 12:48. It's 12:48. Just to be clear. You said just to be clear, right? Just so we all here, ain't nobody hitting the link before noon, and it's 12:44. It's 12:44. You think either you or anybody else ain't sent them the link? Come on, JG. You probably sent all them niggas the link just to tune in. They told you didn't have permission to be on this motherfucker, yo. Come on, JG. I thought you was your own person, bro. They locking down you coming over here anyway, man. Come on, man. You on the interstate? All right, cool. No doubt, man. No doubt. It's all good. It's all good. But hey, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game, man. Hey, shout out to Virgil Ortiz. You know, I was hoping Lubin was able to get past the hump. I did. I was really hoping Lubin get past the hump. But at the end of the day, we knew he had taken damage in 3 fights, for real. And that Sebastian Fundora fight was brutal. The wild part about when I see him, you know, sitting on the ropes, park bench up against the ropes, I knew it was over. Because one thing about Virgil Ortiz, he already has punching power when he's in the middle of the ring. If you give him a stationary target to land shots like he did against Lubin, who's sitting on the ropes for whatever reason, and he's going to punch around the guard, he's going to throw that right hook, he's going to hook you to the body, it's only a matter of time before he breach that defensive layer. And you seen how it played out. Them hands come down, Statue of Liberty, fight's over. I hated hearing them say that Lubin's a shot fighter, but that's what it seems like. It seems like that damage he took, I'm not going to even talk about it too much over here because it's a different type of live, but shout out to Latch, man. Salute to you and your family, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. I want to see Ortiz and Boots. Yeah, I want to see Ortiz and Boots. And one thing people have to understand About Boots, no matter how critical I've been of him, He's not going to sit on the ropes like that. And then again, as I say that, he has sat on the ropes like that, you know, but I don't think he's going to give us the Roman Villa, Erickson Lubin effect. I don't see Jaron Ennis sitting on the ropes. So Virgil, that early in the fight, well, he's strong, dry, full of energy. I don't see Boots giving him that type of angle, that target range, that still idle silhouette to land those punches on him that early in the fight like Lubin did. What kind of game plan was that, nigga? You came down there with Mexican motherfucking colors on and stood your ass up on the ropes. What happened to the center square, nigga? God damn. I hate it for my boy Lubin. But man, I said, damn, Virgil is about to goddamn consume this whole shit like it's Jurassic Park and regurgitate that nigga. He's gonna destroy Lubin. But I want to see Jaron and Virgil too, man. I want to see Jaron Ennis go in there and finally have a breakout fight that people can say, okay, this is the fight we've been waiting on. Higher weight, okay. Because I know he's not gonna sit on the ropes like that with like motherfucking like Lubin did. It's not gonna happen. If Ennis uses his footwork and his angles and that flair that he has, it would be a very interesting fight. But I have to also say Virgil Ortiz. I tell people he's one of my favorite fighters out there, bro. I like how Virgil Ortiz fought. I like how he went out there and closed down Lubin, dog. He closed him down and he act like he was supposed to do that shit. Till next time, man. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-Side official. No negotiation needed. Period. Another time, another place. Peace.